Hello StarCraft fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between EverZTeLecoM and Gwynbleidd on Ruins of Seras. Okay, I have no idea how to say that, we'll figure it out. In the bottom left of Ruins of Seras, representing Ever, it is Telecom. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player, it is Gwynbleidd. I think that's Gwynbleidd. We're going to call him Gwyn. Sup, Gwyn? Gwyn versus Telecom on Ruins of Seras. We've seen some pretty epic ZVPs on this map before. It's just big. It really encourages some crazy, crazy macro-style games. It's hard to kind of rush and make things work here. Although we have seen, what do I say, 2 base Nidus Worm all-ins from Zerg against Terran when they're specifically top to bottom position. But as this is a Protoss and as that's not where they're spawned, I don't think we'll see that one. So, Protoss versus Zerg, red versus blue. Headed north here is the Overlord to scout on things. And won't find anything at all, but will know by the process of elimination where the Protoss player is not. So hatch first here after the extractor trick from Telecom. Might he go 3 hatch? It's entirely possible. We've seen Zerg players go 3 hatch before pool before and actually make it work. But against Gwynbleidd, I'm not sure how good of a player this particular person is. Using the assimilator with a single gas as well. Looks like we're just going to expand. Nothing too crazily aggressive here from our blue Protoss at all. And yep, there goes the Nexus. Ka-chink. Popping right on up, right on time, and waiting for the Cybernetics core to actually build anything. No Zealots at all coming from Gwynbleidd. Not worried about not worried about Lings. Coming to knock down his front door. There goes the pool, there goes the extractor. Telecom going for the very, very safe pull first into extractor, into, or rather hatch first into extractor into pool. And then from there, whatever pretty much you feel safe doing. Gwynbleidd checking to see if the third base comes up here, scouting it on out. Probably will die to Lings. Unfortunately for that probe, it needs to know when that third base comes up. It's so important because if Telecom sits on 2 bases long enough, it's going to be super aggression for all times here. And if that's the case, Gwynbleidd needs to do different things. There goes the Cybernetics core, and here comes an Adept. I'm going to call Adept. Ready, set, go. Oh, it's a Stalker. Gwynbleidd, you made me a liar. Why would you do that? I'm just trying to cast your game. Why are you so mean? All right, so Stalker in, actually slightly supply blocked. Slightly supply blocked? That's what my brain tried to say. Drone coming down to this base to keep it all nice and saturated. 23 to 23 Harvesters. Telecom keeping up very, very nicely with the Chrono Boost abilities of Gwynbleidd, although using that Chrono Boost instead on the Stalker, really worried about aggression for some reason. I guess having your front door wide open is a bad feeling if you're a Zerg player. Overlord scouting things out, sees this guy patrolling back and forth, might send some Lings on in to kill it, but actually, are there any Lings on the field at all? Yes, there are 2. There are 2 Lings on the field. I don't know where they are. There they are. Heading out across the map to see what they can do for harassment on Gwynbleidd's side of things. But again, just 2 Lings here. There's a Stargate on the way for Gwynbleidd back on in this main base. So going to be a Stargate opening. Probably Oracles. Oracles are really good in the early game against Zerg just because you have Queens for anti-air. But unless there's a Spore Crawler here too, it just doesn't work that well. It's just not... The Queens can stab away all they want, but you're still going to lose about 5 to 6 drones, which is just not a great feeling at all here. What is that? So Photon Overcharge is still 50. So this is the most recent patch. However, 3 pylons coming up for forward, or I guess defensive Photon Overcharge. And there is a point here where the Mothership Core can do it 3 times. And the answer is going to be when she has 150 energy. So not quite there yet. But I suppose she'll get there eventually. So it makes sense why we would see this kind of a wall from Gwynbleidd. Again, I'm not sure what kind of aggression she's expecting. Why do I think this is a she? Because Gwyn, like Gwen, is a girl's name. And Gwendolyn from some movie I can't think right now. Gwendolyn the Bold. Yes, indeed, there is an Oracle heading on out, going exactly over here to somewhere on the side of things where Telecom is. And look at that, Spore Crawler's coming up. Again, I say this a whole lot in ZVP, but getting a Spore Crawler in each of your mineral lines is great. It's good against Phoenix. It's good against Oracles. It's good against Dark Templar. It is such a bad feeling when all of a sudden these DTs show up at your base at 5 minutes and you say, oh, I don't have a Lariat, I don't have any detection, I am dead. That's it, just an insta loss. But if you have a Spore Crawler, you have a chance. You can make it work. Lings do great against Dark Templar, assuming they can see them with the help of a Spore Crawler. So Keep that in mind. Always, always get spores. So here comes the Oracle. Again, I'm not sure what it's going to be able to do. There's good micro here. Might be able to kill 1 or 2 lings, but there's the stab. There's the spore. And indeed, up to 1 total kill, down to that yellow health. Another queen here. 2 queens here, actually. Does get 2 kills. Oh, and then smashed down as its corpse flies against the wall and falls to the creep. Yeah, so 2 kills, not that great for Oracles. The scout out, he did check to see there's a third base, which is nice, but that could have been accomplished a little bit more cheaply. Going for a Phoenix Ball, though, is Gwynbleidd. Getting rid of an Overlord there. A big old Phoenix Ball. We've seen that cause problems for Zerg here in Legacy of the Void. So there goes the Spire, I assume, for Corruptors. Corruptors are a pretty darn good answer against those Phoenix. Not so good if you're going for Muta, so keep that in mind. And there goes that third Spore Crawler that is so, so necessary. Robotics Facility not going for 2 Stargate here, just the 1. 1 Stargate with Robotics Facility and a Forge and a 3rd Nexus here too. So really being aggressive, man. If a whole ton of lings showed up here, Gwynbleidd would have nothing to stop this from dying. Absolutely nothing at all. But lucky for him, Telecom is instead getting about 10 lings and going for a Spire. So I'm not sure how aggressive he's planning on being. 10's probably not enough to kill this before Photon Overcharge kicks in, because the Mothership Core can use 4 of those now. Queen's stabbing away, getting picked up. Oh no, the Queen actually going to fall to those Phoenix. Such a bad feeling. The Lings decide to be aggressive. They say, fine. Phoenix Cloud, do whatever you want back here. We can't do anything to stop you. Spore Crawler's ready to go. Queen's ready to go. Another Spore Crawler up here too. Phoenix Ball looking really, really mean. Taking shots from the Spore Crawler. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, however, a bunch of workers are dying. Lings trying to find a good arena in which to attack, a good area in which to attack, and can't quite do it. Flying on in here once again are the Phoenix. A Spore Crawler, single Spore, and a Queen is not enough, but 10 Corruptors on the way. Holy shamoly. 10 Corruptors, definitely enough to chase these guys on out. Let's see what happens when they pop. And here they are, starting to pop out now, but losing workers nonetheless. 6 drones have been killed so far in this game. The Lings pop on in. They're trying to kill these Adepts, but no. Not going to happen. Zealot hacking away there, too. I don't think they killed anything at all, and all 10 of those Lings are now completely dead. The Phoenix decide to head back home. They say, we force some Corruptors, so they can't do anything really against us. So let's move into Immortal Production. Excellent, excellent choice here. So I think Gwynbleidd is playing this pretty darn well. Again, forcing Corruptors out, which do terribly against ground units, and then really kind of halting with the Phoenix production, making the Corruptors a little bit useless, and then from there you go into an Immortal type play with upgrades. You get Stalkers mixed in, and then you just kind of go wreck face. We've seen something like this before, but here come the Corruptors. Are they going to try to use Caustic Spray on a Nexus? I don't know what else they can do. And there it is. There's the Caustic Spray. Is there anything that can kill these guys in time to save it? Muta's coming to help as well. A single Stalker on the low ground and a Sentry. Where are the Phoenix? Not here. And there goes the Nexus. What a snipe by EverZTeLecoM. Wow, what a blow too. Completely losing a Nexus is Gwynbleidd. He's now super oversaturated on that third base, not getting the income advantage that he expects from having 65 to 62 Harvesters. The Phoenix are like, wait, what? What just happened there? So Phoenix, Zealot, Adept, Immortal, trying to deal with what's going on here from Telecom, but it's a Ling Muta Corruptor play. And here we go. Muta's flying in. Corruptor's flying in, backing out. Too many Phoenix. The Corruptor's trying to kill everything that they can in the air, but no, the Phoenix Ball is still at 5. Archons on the way for Gwynbleidd, replacing the Nexus, and just so worried. Double expanding. Telecom feels so confident. Going for that double expand action. APM right now for these players over 250. Playing it super duper fast. Spine Crawler, Spore Crawler, Creep Spread heading on out as well. Creep all the way up here to the Zelnaga Watchtower. What is the Protoss player doing? Just trying to replace that Nexus. It's almost there. Long distance mining. In the meantime, not a good feeling when you're long distance mining. You're like, this is so inefficient. I'm not getting the income that I need. Income 1700 to 11 in favor of Telecom right now. 700 to 400 gas. And it's now 69 to 66 Harvesters too. Alright, this push needs to do something for Gwyn. Alright, takes care of a Spore Crawler. That's pretty darn good. The Lings will get eaten up by those Archons. And also the Mutas too. He needs roaches or something to deal with these guys. I don't know. Here we go. Rolling in with the Lings and the Mutas and the Corruptors. Are the Archons just going to melt face here? Zealot's a great choice here too. Is the Muta Ball going to survive long enough? All the Phoenix are gone. But the Archons wrecking every single one of these Mutalisks. Corruptors in the air, dominating the air, but nothing is left to kill anything on the ground here. Zealots hacking away, and that's a GG from Telecom. Telecom's defeated, Gwynbleidd is victorious, and Telecom has left the game. Yeah, just a brilliant, brilliant play there from Gwynbleidd, forcing the Corruptors out. Yes, that did cause to a loss of a Nexus, but in the end, the Corruptors dealt with 5 Phoenix. There were 10 Corruptors and 5 Phoenix. Way overkill. There was nothing else to deal with these guys, going for a Muta Ling composition against Archons. 10, 11, 6 kills on these guys, just massacring everything on the ground and in the air. 9 kills on that single Zealot, 4 kills there, 2 kills there. Yeah, that was just a massacre. Units lost tab. 50 Lings, 22 Mutas, and 2 Queens dead for Telecom. Gwynbleidd lost those 5 Phoenix, but 1 Archon, 3 Zealots, and a Stalker. I mean, just insanely cost efficient. What an amazing, amazing build from Gwynbleidd, and made it work. So that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thanks for watching, and you take care of yourself.